Alright everybody, if you can remember to smack that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and there's a link to my PayPal account. Donations are always appreciated. Hey everybody, it's Malik again, and we're going to quickly just do intermediate level 1 and intermediate level 2, if intermediate level 1 goes as quick as I think it's going to go. So we've already hit the main missions, all 10 of those, all 7 of the basic pluses, and now there's 6 intermediates. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Oh, and by the way, I do want to do a shout out to all of you that are subscribing to the channel and following the channel. I got the stats for December in my email this morning. And yeah, I'm not one to push this channel to 20 million subscribers. Hey, if it hits that, that's great. But yeah, I'm happy of everybody who hits that subscribe button. But just in the month of December, just really with me posting 4 or 5 videos, I had 46 new subscribers. So I welcome all you guys and gals for subscribing. Almost 6,000 minutes of view time, 52 shares. So I appreciate everything that you guys are doing, and I really hope you enjoy the videos. So let's get on with this one. So what we have here is use the get method to send the password Flubbergump to this page. Okay. So if you're stumped on this one from the beginning, because there's really nothing, doesn't look like there's really anything for us to do here. There's no form, there's no anything. The best hint that I can give you is taking a look at, I love W3 Schools, especially when it comes to dealing with websites. They have a great page. If you go to W3 Schools, take a look at get and post methods in HTTP. It will give you a great explanation of what happens with get and post routines. The more you use things like Burp Suite, the more you're going to understand them. Because you're going to see them a lot, and in fact, that's what Burp Suite's used for. It's used for intercepting get and post requests. So understanding the requests is going to help you inject things into it. Now, there are multiple ways to finish this level that I can think of right now, but I am going to use the simplest way. You don't need any extra tool, you don't need any plug-in, you don't need any add-on. We can do it directly from this page. So just do a little research on W3 Schools on the get and post method. And another thing you can do, go to a page where you actually have to sign in. And take a look at the URL before sign in and after sign in, and that should give you a pretty big inkling of what you need to do. Although pages are going to encrypt things, yes, we don't have to worry about that here, but that'll give you a nice hint as to where to go. So again, I'm going to stop talking here for a minute, do a little bit of research, come back, and then we're going to blast through this one. Okay, so how do we do this thing? Well, you're not going to be able to see it, of course, unless I really zoom in. And I don't have anything to really zoom into my URL address, so I'm just going to put it in our handy dandy notepad. Okay, this is the site that we're at right this minute. I'm going to increase the font just a tiny bit, make sure you can read it a little bit better. Yeah, I did great. I increased it by 2. Woohoo! Anyway, that is the site. If we want to pass something to this site using a GET request, we can do it very simply through the URL. Now we need to pass the password Flubbergump to the page. Question mark password equals BERGUMP. That's what we want to do. And just hit enter. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to append it to the end of the URL and just hit enter. We have now passed him a variable. It's simply done through the URL. GET requests are really easy. Okay, so if definitely do some research on the GET and POST, because this becomes a major thing when it comes into parameter tampering on web servers. You would be amazed at how much stuff you can do through the URL or through modifying GET requests and or POST requests. So make sure you understand those. Just you know, do a little bit of reading. As I said, I like W3 Schools. There are more pages about them, but W3 Schools does a great job at explaining what it is. Okay, well, let's see what our next level holds for us. Oh, okay. Now they want us to flip it. They want us to use the POST method to send the password. Same password, but use the POST method. So if you did your research on Intermediate 1 and understood the GET method, you should pretty much understand the POST method. What I'm going to get from the server and what I'm going to push back to the server. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2. Okay. I can think of 3 ways to carry this one out. I think one way requires another program. I'm not going to go that route. One way requires writing a little bit of code. I'm not going to go that route. One way requires modifying something that's already here. I'm going to try to go that route. If it works, it's going to be really cool. Alright, so let's see. Again, if you haven't done your research, take a look at POST requests and how we can manipulate POST requests. Now I'll give you a second here and then we'll come back and I'll kind of explain why I'm going to do it the way I'm going to do it. It may not work, I don't know, but if so, it's going to be really cool. Okay. A POST request. Much like in the basic missions, well, and actually some of the main missions where we had all these forms, you took a lot of, you looked at a lot of forms. All we need to do is take that code and manipulate it slightly. So a long way to do it, and I'm not going to do it this way, but a long way to do it would be this. We could write the code, and if you know a little bit of HTML, this is actually pretty straightforward. We want to do a form. Now, we need the website. So www.hackthis.co.uk /intermediate/2. Okay, so we need that. So really we're just, better put the quotes in front of that. That's just saying, okay, we want a form on this page. And then we're going to say the method equals post. Okay. That's the action of the form. Okay. But we need somewhere to type in our password, or either to hold our password. So that's input name, and then the name of it. Input name equals password, the type of field it is, text, and to make life easy, we're going to go ahead and give it the value. And what was it? FLUBERGUMP, Flubbergump. So we made a password field that holds text with the value of Flubbergump. Now, all we need to do is be able to submit it. Input type equals submit. This is basically your button. And if we say value equals click, that's going to submit it for us. And then we just close the form. So that text right there, of course if I spell intermediate right, that text right there, if I were to take a look at the page using my developer tools, and inject that into here, it would work. But I want to do something a little cooler. Instead of doing something like that, or using a third-party tool like Burp Suite, we actually already have a form on this page. Look, there's a search box. So if I right-click that and inspect the element, let me bring this back over so you can see it. There's the element. See, there's a form. What if I just modify this stuff? What if I change form action and the page it's going to this code that I showed you a second ago? What if we change form action to this? I'm just going to copy it. Now, you see the method is get. Let's change that to post. The name of the field is called Q. I don't want the name of the field to be Q. I want the name of the field to be password. So we have actually modified their search bar to be a password field. Now, I could go ahead and add that value equals Flubbergump to it, but I think what I would rather do is paste Flubbergump into their search box and hit enter. And we completed it. That has now become the password field. Now it's not going to be the password field now, or it shouldn't be. If I inspect the element, it should have converted back. Yep, it is converted back to search PHP because we're on a different page now. But that's a pretty cool way to knock that one out. So yes, we could have used curl. I don't have curl set up on my Windows box. I do have it set up on Linux. I run it on Linux. Curl, we could have very simply just done something very simple. Curl the website and then /d for or -d for data, password equals flubbergump, and that would have did the GET request for us. Yes, there are tons of ways to do it, and it's good to know multiple ways, because sometimes one way that you're used to doing it will not work because it's been blocked. So it's good to know multiple ways of doing it. We could have used Burp Suite, or probably could have been able to use Burp Suite. I didn't try it, but should have been able to use it. I do injections with GET and post all the time using Burp Suite. It should have worked for both of those. But you don't need anything that heavy. So just think about multiple ways to do it. And the more you do it, the more and more it's going to open up some really, really cool stuff. So that's those two. A little bit later on, we'll get, we got a danger. Restricted area. Okay. So we'll work on that one a little bit later. We'll probably knock out maybe 3 and 4 in the next video. I have two things that I do all the time. This, of course, being one of them. I also sit in front of my PlayStation way more than I should. I don't want those videos to get in the way of these. So I am going to have another channel that I'm going to start posting gaming videos to. Starting to go a little bit retro here. I just purchased Resident Evil, the original Resident Evil, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, and Resident Evil 6 on my PlayStation 4. I've played every one of them on the original PlayStation and of course on the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3. But I'm going to replay those. So I think I'm going to do some videos on all those, but I'll post those to a completely separate channel. I will have a link in this channel to that channel if you guys are gamers. Please jump over and watch that too. I'm not going to Twitch stream or anything. I don't need to live stream this stuff. I'm just going to YouTube it all. But until next time, my friends, we will do level 3 and level 4. Hope you enjoyed these, and we'll be back later to break into some more stuff we're not supposed to be in. You guys have a great night.